Barcelona says probe found no evidence of corruption by club. The investigation ordered by Barcelona into its controversial payments for refereeing reports found no evidence of corruption by the club, President Joan Laporta said Monday. Laporta reiterated that the club's payments over several years to the company owned by the vice president of Spain's refereeing committee were only for technical reports and not to influence referees. He said he believed there were no ethics breach and that Barcelona was the victim of a campaign to hurt its reputation. "This is one of the most ferocious attacks in our history," Laporta said. "I ask FC Barcelona supporters to be as united as ever in defense of our crest, our essence, and our ownership model. No campaign to discredit us will prevent us from continuing to be an organization of reference in the world of sports that is beloved and admired by millions of Catalans, and by many more millions of people around the world." It was the first time Laporta spoke at a news conference to give explanations after it became public that the club paid €7.3 million, $8 million, from 2001 to 18 to the company of then-committee vice president José María Enríquez Negreira. Prosecutors have accused Barcelona of alleged corruption in sports, fraudulent management, and falsification of mercantile documentation. Barcelona opened a probe to look into the actions of all the different presidential administrations that made payments over the years, including Laporta's first at the club. The investigation was conducted by an external company. The club said the probe found that no conducts of a criminal nature associated to sporting corruption have been identified, nor are there any grounds to investigate any form of criminal activity associated to bribery. It added there was official documentation on the invoices and payments for the services of scouting and advice regarding referees, which are common practices in the professional sports sector. Consulting on technical refereeing issues does not constitute any type of illegal act, Laporta said. Consulting, as is done by the big clubs, that was carried out transparently, with the corresponding invoices, at least in my first mandate as president. The probe found 629 technical refereeing reports and 43 CDs that the club received over 18 years for what Laporta called market price. More reports were likely lost over time, he said. "I reiterate with all my resolve, I am convinced that FC Barcelona has not committed any crime of sports-related corruption. I hope that sooner rather than later, it is fully exonerated," he said. "Accusations must be proven. We live by the rule of law, which guarantees among its basic principles the presumption of innocence." He said that if there were any irregularities committed by Negreira, Barcelona would be a victim of them. He also said Negreira was not in a position to directly influence referees, and that it was Negreira's son who actually produced the refereeing reports. "I dare anyone to show an instance in which Barcelona was favored in a match because of these payments," Laporta said. "We will allow the justice system to do its work, and I'm sure that Barcelona will be cleared. I am fully convinced that FC Barcelona has never performed any act with the intention of altering the competition to gain an advantage.